Hey guys, welcome back to Caden's Corner. In today's video, we will be talking why the Kansas City Chiefs are in a load of trouble for this upcoming season. The Chiefs started out by having a very poor offseason, losing Tyreek Hill, Tyrann Mathieu, and their best cover corner, Charvarius Ward. Meanwhile, the rest of the AFC West went into win-now mode and improved significantly. The Chargers signed a top corner in the NFL, J.C. Jackson, traded for star pass rusher Khalil Mack, and improved their interior defensive line. The Raiders went out and traded for the best receiver in football, Davante Adams, and added Chandler Jones to pair with Max Crosby. The Broncos added arguably a top 5 quarterback when healthy, Russell Wilson, and added defensive end Randy Gregory. Not to mention, the rest of the AFC also bulked up this offseason. The Bills, who they faced in the playoffs last season, have the best odds to win the Super Bowl after adding future Hall of Famer Von Miller. Josh Allen is also in a prime position to win league MVP with the best odds in the NFL. The Bengals, who represented the AFC in the Super Bowl, bolstered their offensive line by adding Lael Collins, Alex Kappa, and Ted Karras. With these additions, their offensive line has catapulted into a top 10 unit. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are finally healthy after being the most injured team last season. The Dolphins secured a game-breaking wide receiver in Tyreek Hill, putting Tua in position for a breakout year. The Colts team that choked away the playoffs in the last 2 games of the season added veteran quarterback Matt Ryan. The Colts have the current best odds to win the AFC South over the Titans. The former #1 seed Titans lost their best receiver A.J. Brown, but drafted 2 stud wide receivers in Treylon Burks and Kyle Phillips. Now talking about the teams that could still be fighting for wildcard spots at the end of the season. The Steelers don't have a solidified QB, but have playmakers on the perimeter and a stellar defense. The Browns lost Deshaun for the first 11 games of the season, but don't count out Jacoby Brissett. If he leads this team to a 5-6 record when Watson comes back, they will be in the wildcard discussion. The Patriots also had a poor offseason, losing J.C. Jackson and other defensive players, but you can never count out Belichick. The only 3 teams that I don't expect to do anything in the AFC are the Jaguars, Jets, and Titans. The other 13 I expect to cause havoc and all be in the playoff discussion. The AFC will be as competitive as ever this year, making things very difficult for the Chiefs. Over into the internal struggles of the Chiefs. Over the last few years, this team has been carried by the offense, especially last season. They ranked 1st in yards per game and 4th in points per game. Having a top 5 QB and a top 5 coach in football is a recipe for winning. Mahomes and Reed have made the AFC Championship every year that Mahomes has started. They have won Super Bowl in 2 appearances. This duo has had so much success in a 4-year span, but things are about to get a lot more difficult for this offense. The departure of Tyreek Hill, in my opinion, will throw this team off its tracks. Hill is a guy that week in and week out defensive coordinators can't scheme against. Last season, Tyreek led the team in targets, receptions, yards, and tied for touchdowns. In free agency, the Chiefs did a good job of getting Juju Smith-Schuster and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They also used a 2nd-round pick in the draft on wide receiver Sky Moore. Obviously, none of these guys will come anywhere close to the strain Tyreek had on defenses league-wide. The Chiefs' top playmaker and best tight end Travis Kelce turns 33 in October. He will see more double teams than he's seen in his career. Injuries being a very common part of football threaten the Chiefs. If either Kelce or Juju get hurt, this offense becomes one of the worst receiving cores in the league. On the other side of the ball, more concern lies for this Chiefs unit. Last season, they struggled pressuring quarterbacks, ranking 28th in sacks. This led to the poor play of the secondary, ranking 27th in passing yards per game. The Chiefs started last season 3-4 and had many, including myself, wondering if they would make the playoffs. This was largely due to the historically bad performance from the defense. The Bills torched this secondary in the playoffs. The Bengals also torched the Chiefs in both matchups, proving to be their kryptonite. With a significantly improved division and more offensive weapons everywhere, I'm worried for this Chiefs defense. This offseason, they lost the heart of their defense, safety Tyrann Mathieu. They also lost their best cover corner, Charvarius Ward. The thought of Trent McDuffie being immediately thrown into the fire, guarding guys like Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase, and Davante Adams should worry Chiefs fans. The offense of the Chiefs has carried them throughout the last few years, and the loss of Tyreek Hill will have a major effect on their success. The defense downgrading significantly will have the Chiefs relying on their rookie class to determine their defensive success. Every team that the Chiefs will face twice a year has improved drastically more than them, along with the rest of the AFC that has improved, where they will be fighting for a wildcard spot. On top of all of this, the Chiefs have a 5th-ranked strength of schedule. All of these variables are why the Chiefs will not make the playoffs this year. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm Caden Kubler, and that's my take.